Thank you very much. And now for question 2. For a culture to exist, there has to be communication among members. To what extent and how do individuals on the spectrum communicate with each other? And does this communication drive the culture? Lars?
Well, this is a crucial question. Again, in the case when I was diagnosed at age 31, I'd never obviously encountered others officially on the spectrum and communicated. Nowadays, fortunately, we have the internet, and more and more information comes out. Last year, a gentleman emailed me about his nephew, who was somewhat embarrassed about being on the spectrum, and he was amazed to hear that there was this professor who had Asperger's syndrome, and we arranged to have lunch, and we got to talk that way. Again, but it's often very difficult. Now, there are some of us who are fortunate to be tied into the autism community. We talk to each other, and we develop ideas. We need to have more people included in that, so that hopefully there can be more of a voice in terms of what we're all about, what we have in common, what may differentiate us. It's going to take time for information to diffuse, and of course we also have the problem that many people on the spectrum in various ways have certain challenges in communicating, which makes it very difficult. There are some of us who are quite verbal and quite outspoken who may sort of have a disproportionate influence on how we see autism as opposed to certain others.
The question was, to what extent or how do individuals on the spectrum communicate with each other? I feel that there's a variety of ways that we communicate with each other, but even for some, it's just their movement and their stimmy ways of being that communicates just as loud as those who are very verbally able to communicate in a back and forth way. But for some of us that struggle getting our words out on different medias, it's really good to be exposed to those who are more able to get their words out because they model more of that ability and that courage and strength to keep working. And so even though we don't have a same language as far as verbal modes, we do tend to have an ability to communicate amongst each other in different ways.
I mainly communicate with my friends on the spectrum through Facebook and email. In fact, I don't even know the phone numbers of my friends on the spectrum, although I do know that some of them have phones. I enjoy reading things they write or looking at artwork they do. Facebook is really great because I can read what a friend writes and then respond in my own time. The fact that a picture of the person is attached to each entry of words makes a huge difference to me in terms of being able to access my response. It has allowed me the opportunity to increase the number of people I can befriend. That's a warning. Seeing static written correspondence allows me to engage much more readily than spoken conversation. With the proliferation of email, instant messaging, and online social networking and blogging, it's increased the opportunities to engage in communication in ways more readily conducive to autistic neurology, and it may indeed pave the way for our culture development.
Thank you very much.